8. I'm your friendly neighborhood Oxhorn here as always with suspenders set to maximum stun. And got a great show for you today. We're going to be picking up with Resident Evil 2 today. Right where we left off with Claire's story. Been having a lot of fun with Claire, and it's much more different than I expected it to be. Having already gone through Leon's story, we kind of know what goes on, but there were a few surprises, right? I didn't expect what happened to Mr. X to happen as early in Claire's story as it did. So yeah, there's a lot of interesting things going on, and I, for one, can't wait to see how this story progresses. Let's see if we're on Facebook just yet. And we are. Let's see if we're on YouTube just yet. And to get that chat up, we are. Expect. Fantastic. Well, I hope you've been enjoying my Cyberpunk 2077 live streams. I've been streaming live every day this week. I streamed live every day last week, except for the evening. Well, no, including the evenings. We've been streaming every evening as well for some Oxhorn After Dark, and it's been a lot of fun. So we're plowing through the story of Cyberpunk 2077, getting some quests or some side quests done in the process. And man, I'm really enjoying it. The more I play it, the more I get used to it, the more I like it. Today, I am joined by a glass of Scotch. And this time, I remembered to put in my ice. Cheers. And we're smoking a La Aurora y Leon cigar today. Oh, no. Good to see everybody on Facebook today. Lane, John, Ty, Jake, Matthew, Corey, Toby, Robin, Daryl, Charles, and Aaron. And it's wonderful to see all of the regulars and members and Patreon subscribers in the YouTube chat today. Mike, Maple God, Gertie the Grump, Rachel, Night Paladin, Eleanor, Barry LeCount, Toxic Sean, Hemi, Hilton, Chininator, Zartu, Michael, Fenich, sorry about that, Michael. Jocelyn Ryan, Don Cointon, Error 404, Gamer Not Found, Toxic Sean 200 Angel, Josh Bunton, Trevor Robb, Automatic Beats, Lane Berry, Matthew Atkinson, Spencer Slavin, Edward J, and Bad Mama Jamma 37 with a gold derby. Looks good on you, Bad Mama Jamma. Thank you for joining. Naked Snake says, please don't spoil Cyberpunk. Okay. I won't presume that you've all been following along, right? If I talk about Cyberpunk, I will talk about things besides the plot. I don't think I can get away from not talking about it because I'm sure you're going to ask me lots of questions about it today. So I will talk about it, but don't worry, I won't talk about the plot. I'll talk about game mechanics, setting, things like that, but not the primary story. Don't worry. Naked Snake, I won't spoil it for you. No Name says, where did Napoleon keep his armies? Up his sleeveys. Where did Napoleon keep his armies? Oh my God. Up his sleeveys. Thank you for that one, No Name. I mean, I had to think about that for a minute. It doesn't work for legs, though, does it? Where does Napoleon keep his leggies? Up his trousersies? Where does Napoleon keep his fingies? Up his glovesies? Doesn't work. Victoria says, howdy, Oxhorn. Looking forward to the stream. Also, what does a panda fry its bamboo in? A panda. Oh, thank you for that one. Then we've got Mr. Master Chief. Hey, Ox, I'm also playing Resident Evil 2 right now. Hope I catch you on You'll probably, well, I don't know. I've made pretty good progress with the game. Not impossible that you won't catch me, though. But we're getting along there. Rachel says, love that you're streaming so much. I'm trying to catch up. Just moved into my new house. Moving from Kansas to Montana. No. That's not Montana, is it? No, it's got to be Montana. In the middle of December has been tough. Yeah, moving anywhere in the middle of December is just a pain in the butt. Trying to juggle Christmas while moving as well. The holidays, man, that's rough. Well, Rachel, good luck to you. Toxic Sean says, good day, Oxhorn. How have you been, bud? Still avoid 2077. You're still avoiding 2077? No worries, my friend. We won't do any spoilers today. Charles says, what happens if you nuke Cyberpunk 2077? It becomes Cyberpunk 2277. Well, that doesn't work because, the bombs dropped in 2077. It's only 2277 during the events of Fallout 4, I believe. Though I get your point. Jake Benz on Facebook says, what did the cheese say to the other? Have a good day. Have a good day. Well, that is what one cheese would say to another cheese, presuming they were Gouda cheese. What would the cheddar say to the other? I don't know. Night Paladin Eleanor says, hello, Ox. I hope you had a wonderful day. I received some bad news today. I will be getting laid off from work next week, but watching your content helps me forget about it. Eleanor, I'm so sorry to hear that. And there have been so many people who have lost their jobs due to everything going on in the world right now that it's just miserable for so many people, and I'm so sorry to hear that. I'm glad you're able to come to the program, though, and we can get your mind off of it. No Name says, I heard there's a new shop called Moderation. They have everything in there. Everything in moderation. No, I like that. That's a good one. No Name. No, that's a good one. Haven't heard it before. Rancor says, I've been watching your 2077 at 1.5 speed to catch up, and I almost forgot what you actually sound like. Oh, man, I must sound so strange. At 1.5 speed. Rachel says Missouri. M-O is Missouri because M-I is Minnesota. M-T is Montana. M-N is Minnesota. M-I is Michigan. M-O is Missouri. Guys, it gets me all mixed up. Thank you, Rachel. Jessica says, hey, Ox, did you see my tweet to you about the new Pepsi coming out? No, I didn't. I checked my Twitter just before the broadcast, and I didn't see one. But no, is there a new Pepsi coming out? God, I hope it's not awful. Whatever Tube says, haven't been able to catch all of the Cyberpunk vids because of work, but the lore is new and interesting. It was a hard day at work. Lord, oh Lord, play on, sir. Just gonna sit back and chill. Whatever, Tube. I'm so sorry about work, but it's over now. You can just enjoy the program, and we'll play some games together. Cheers. Gertie the Grump says, did you hear PlayStation from the PS Store? Ouch for CDPR. Did I hear PlayStation from the PS Store? I don't know what you mean. I know that Metacritic removed its must-play of 2020 tag for Cyberpunk 2077, which was ouch for CDPR. Are you... hold on, let me see if I can find the headline. Oh, Sony removes Cyberpunk 2077 from the PlayStation Store and offers full refund. Oh, no. Oh, my God. Sony Interactive Entertainment announced it will be removing Cyberpunk 2077 from the PlayStation Store until further notice and is offering full refunds to anyone who purchased the game on the PlayStation Store. Oh, that officially seals this game as a monumental disaster for CDPR. I can hardly believe it. Wow. I mean, part of me is wondering what exactly happened, because I think this is tied to CD Projekt Red offering everybody a refund who wanted one. Like, they came out with that message on Twitter a few days ago saying, you know, we're working on it and it's going to be good. And, you know, the game's, you know, we understand you're frustrated and, you know, but we're still working on it. There's going to be updates. But if you don't want to wait, we'll go ahead and give you a refund. No, Sony didn't like that. Sony didn't like the fact that CD Projekt Red was offering refunds to anyone who wanted it, and they've been denying refunds, right? I wonder if this decision has anything to do with CDPR's offer of free refunds to anyone who asked for it. But now Sony is just refunding everyone. Oh my gosh. I wonder what they have to say about that. That's awful. Did they mention it on Twitter? Retweets. I hate it when somebody's stream is just filled with retweets. You can't even find out what they're actually trying to say. Okay, well, let's go to... No. All right, let's try Cyberpunk 2077. Oh, and they're talking about Death Stranding. Hotfix for Stadia. No, they didn't mention it. They haven't mentioned it. That's crazy. Wow. Well, I mean, I've been so busy playing the game that I haven't been catching up with the news of the game. That's insane. Victoria Calendar says, I have watched a few of the 2077 streams, as I don't want to spoil too much for myself. Gonna wait for more bug squashing before I buy. Haven't seen the newest ones. Is it better? The newest streams? Yeah, so during my first stream, there was a graphical glitch, which I resolved that same day. I simply updated my drivers. NVIDIA came out with a patch for PC drivers that fixed the issue. So that very day, that issue was changed. I then upped the graphical settings for my gameplay and reduced my resolution to HD 1920 1080. I'm running really smooth. I'm getting killer graphics. It's not at 4K, but the only one who notices that is me, since I'm not streaming at 4K anyway. So yeah, for me, I'm not getting a lot of graphical glitches. There are some gameplay glitches. Every now and then something weird will happen. And there are a lot of AI issues, especially with enemies and NPCs. You know, there are little weird things like that, but I'm still really enjoying the game. Gertie the Grump says, sorry, I messed up my chat. They're removing Cyberpunk from the store. Yeah, I saw that when I looked it up myself. I can't believe it. Wow. I mean, it says a lot about the state of the game if they're going to flat out remove it from the PlayStation Store because of it. Rachel says, you going to check out the Holiday Scorched event? I don't know, maybe. I haven't been on to 76 in a while. I've been pretty busy. I've been focusing on Cyberpunk 2077 because I've just really been enjoying it. Maybe if I have time, but I've also got a lot of stuff going on at home as well. No Name says, what's on tap after Resident Evil? Well, people have been wanting Resident Evil 3. Resident Evil 8 is going to be coming out soon as well. I recently purchased a game called Maiden of Skur. I've got A Plague Tale Innocence already installed. So there are a couple of games that are really interesting that I think would be a good fit for Scotch and Smoke Rings. Jessica says, while you're on there, look at the new tweet. All right. Let's see if I can go to my own Twitter here. Where's my notifications? Pepsi, says Jessica, now has a hot cocoa flavored soda. What? That combines cola, chocolate, and marshmallow? I don't know. I think that's enough internet for the day. I can't do this anymore. Thanks for coming to Scotch and Smoke Rings. I gotta go Deal with reality. Bye. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding, but I can't believe it. Hot chocolate and marshmallow flavored Pepsi Cola. It's the world coming to an end is what this is. This is 2020. Fabrizio says, hey, Ox, I live in Florida. Have you ever been? I have. I've been to Florida, I think, 3 times in my life, all for family holidays and all of that. I've read a lot about Florida recently. It seems like every week Florida is in the news, and not for good reasons. Not for good reasons. Yeah, but just recently I saw there was a Florida woman in the news for assaulting her sister with a Christmas ornament, right? It's just, the Florida is just a wonderful place filled with character. I love it. I'll have to check it out someday. Someday again. I haven't been since I've been an adult. It's been a long time. Brian says, Fallout 76 was never removed from the PlayStation Store. Just saying. Funny to see the comparison and how 76 was treated so badly despite being in a better state. It is really ironic. Like, it's so, and it just goes to show, like, before Cyberpunk 2077, CD Projekt Red had a pristine reputation. Whenever RPG games were mentioned, everyone said The Witcher 3. You want to see a good RPG video game, and they point to The Witcher 3, despite all the problems The Witcher 3 has, right? It's like, I'm playing it now, I'm enjoying it, but it's got problems, and I talk about them during my live streams. It's not a perfect game, but, I mean, the secret, of course, is that no game is. And this is the problem with, I think, gamers, really. They expect perfection for their $60. And I understand expecting a playable game, right? I understand expecting a good time, but perfection? That's a high expectation for $60. I don't know anywhere else you can go and any other industry where you can buy perfection for $60. A little bit unrealistic, but that's what gamers these days want. They just want straight up perfection. Anyway, but this is something that I called too, by the way. I mean, I don't mean to, toot my own horn here, but, after every single delay that CD Projekt Red had for Cyberpunk 2077, they were just burning more and more of their goodwill, right? And then this last one, I was like, look, they've set themselves up for failure. Either Cyberpunk 2077 is going to have to be perfect, otherwise, after everything their community's gone through, 8 years and countless delays, if it doesn't come out perfect, they're just going to trash their own rep. And it's just sad to see. But you know what? With the Bethesda and Fallout 76, they had another complicated issue, because at least with CD Projekt Red, Cyberpunk 2077 was a completely new IP. That was their their brainchild, their baby, their idea. They came up with it. Bethesda bought Fallout from Interplay, right? They bought the IP. So no matter what, as soon as you buy an IP from another company, no matter how good your game is, no matter what you ultimately produce using that brand name, it will invariably be compared to the originals and invariably be compared negatively. And this is what we've seen with Fallout. Because Bethesda bought Fallout instead of creating their own post-apocalyptic atom punk RPG, every single Fallout game has been compared, oftentimes negatively, to Fallout 1 and Fallout 2. Of course, everyone seems to skip the other Interplay Fallouts, like, Fallout Tactics and Fallout Brotherhood of Steel, which were not good. I'm playing Tactics now. It's got character. We'll say that it's got character. But yeah, so they had that to struggle with. So you've got this small group, and it is a small group, because most people who have played the Bethesda Fallouts like the Bethesda Fallouts, which is why they play the Bethesda Fallouts, and they continue to buy the Bethesda Fallouts for all of their weird bugs. And the Bethesda Fallouts, yeah, they have their weird bugs. There's no getting around it. The creation engine is just... it's a quirky little system. It's partly endearing, I still walk into Fallout 3, partly just to see the crazy bugs that the NPCs do. And just every single time an NPC dies, it's hilarious. They just go, oh, and then ragdoll. It's great. And then when I don't want to do any spoilers. But so yeah, there's this small community of hardcore old school Fallout purists who just are going to hate Bethesda no matter what they do, because nothing they do can compete to this idealized fantasy of what Fallout really is that never really was embodied by the original Fallouts as well. And so when Fallout 76 came out, you've got these hardline players that are going to adopt this worldview towards any game they do. Now, Fallout 76 deserved some of the criticism it got, right? It just flat out did. It wasn't a perfect game, but it was amplified because of this crowd. With CD Projekt Red, a lot of the criticism towards Cyberpunk has been, even though it's become a bit of a disaster. And I didn't want to use that word because I'm really enjoying the game. I mean, I'm genuinely having a great time with this game, which is why I'm playing it as often as I am. The characters are interesting. I like the way it looks. I'm getting a hang of the quick hacking mechanics. The gunplay is becoming a little bit easier for me, even though in my last episode there was some sniper rifle issues where like I could tell where an enemy was, and even though I was looking at him with my scope, his body wasn't zoned in. Like he was shooting at me, and I was taking damage, but because I was too far away, I couldn't reach him back. Things like weird things like that. Anyway, I'm enjoying the game, but because it's CD Projekt Red, the company that did The Witcher 3, the criticism they're getting is less It's less mean, really. A lot of the criticism Bethesda got for Fallout 76 was just mean-spirited. As, you know, some of it was justified, but a lot of it was just unjustified, and it was sort of, you know, bullying and just dogpiling on and really mean-spirited. But with Cyberpunk 2077, all of the criticism that I am seeing is pretty well reasoned, right? I'm not finding a lot of mean-spirited criticism as if CD Projekt Red really, you know, deserves it, even though they came out with a bunch of marketing propaganda before the game came out that kind of sold a game that didn't exist, right? Like, I mean, I hate to say it, I don't want to accuse them of false advertising or anything like that, but when I watch the trailers, it's kind of a different game than the one that I got in particular and primarily with the pathways, right? I mean, I've been playing this game for how many hours now? I'm on live stream number 8. And I remember watching these trailers and everyone was pumped about which life path are you going to choose? And it was the primary question people would be asking me on my program. Hey, Ox, are you excited about Fallout or Cyberpunk 2077? Which life path are you going to choose? And I purposefully didn't read a lot about it, but I was still intrigued by the idea of choosing like a background for my character and then making choices throughout the world based on that background and finding out what the street punk storyline is going to be compared to the Corpo storyline. But we get to the game, and turns out that the path means nothing. The first 20 minutes of the game is a little bit different depending on the path that you choose. And then after that, the only difference between the 3 different paths is maybe a dialogue check here or there that's entirely optional and has nothing to do with the ultimate outcome of the story. That makes the game really linear, and it's kind of the antithesis of what we expected with Cyberpunk 2077. We expected this huge open world RPG with a bunch of different pathways where you could tell your own story, lots of different outcomes, your decisions meant something. And so far, as entertaining as the game is, that's not the game we got. We didn't get a game where our decisions really mean anything. They kinda don't. We're getting a great story and a fun city to explore. But we're not really getting an RPG where our decisions mean anything. And that's kind of the biggest rub that I've got with Cyberpunk 2077. But I mean, but that said, when people will come onto my broadcast and ask me if I recommend the game, I almost invariably say, yeah, if you've got a machine that can play it, if you're not on the PlayStation, but if you've got a machine that can play it, it's a great, rewarding experience. And I'm having an enormous amount of fun in the game but it's just not the game that I thought we were going to get, is basically all I have to say on that. But did I really talk about that for like 15 minutes? Sorry, let me go back to to the chat to see what you guys were saying. No Name says, as someone who provides security to a Pepsi bottling plant, I'm going to apologize for their terrible cola ideas. Pepsi Cola, Coca, hot chocolate and marshmallow flavor. I just can't even believe it. That's okay. Whatever. You know, I love the freedom. The freedom for them to do what they want. Jason says, hi, Ox. Moved to an apartment in mid-November, and I have been struggling with no signal, and I can't get the internet running. But, dad joke, do they allow loud laughing in Hawaii or just aloha? That one hurt my soul. Cheers. Spencer Slavin says, what did the egg say to the boiling water? I just got laid. You can't expect me to get hard in 3 minutes. Ooh. Oh, that was vulgar. That was vulgar, Spencer. Keep your vulgarity at the door, my friend. No, that was great. I love it. Thank you. Whatever Tube says, this lore mystery has been bugging me. In the museum where you meet Preston is a mural on the wall. It shows a procession of wars, including images of power armor soldiers on the moon. Enclave in space. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I know that America went to the moon on a number of occasions. They were the Valorant, I believe. The Valorant missions is what they were called in the Fallout universe. I could be completely wrong about this, and maybe it's buried in some holotape, but I don't think they actually sent soldiers to the moon. I think that might just be propaganda. And the reason I say that is because the soldiers depicted in the mural at the Museum of History were all wearing power armor. But power armor was new to the Fallout universe by the time the bombs dropped, right? Like the T-51 was such a brand new suit of power armor that it allowed America to defeat communist China just earlier that year. And then the T-45 and so forth had only been out for like a year or so before that. So a lot of their space missions, the Valorant space missions, happened decades previously. So I don't know if within the timeline of the universe, there was enough time for power armor wearing soldiers to arrive on the moon. Then again, I could be wrong about that. That's all based off of memory. That Colin guy says, Ox, what do you call a Christmas wreath made from $100 bills? A wreath of Franklin's. Oh my God. Oh, it's so stupid. But the stupid ones are the best. That's brilliant, the Colin guy. I love dad jokes like that. What do you call a Christmas wreath made from $100 bills? A wreath of Franklin's. Oh, perfectly timed. Wonderful. You guys are cheering me up. Like you guys are really cheering me up. Brian Sanchez says, think about Witcher 3. If you looked at the content at release compared to what you're playing now, you wouldn't recognize it. The tryst for romance, for example. Yeah, and like that may be completely true. I'm from the privileged perspective of getting to enjoy The Witcher 3 when it's done. I didn't have to go through the day one patches of The Witcher 3. I didn't have to go through, the first year of The Witcher 3. I'm playing it for the first time several years later, after all of the DLCs are done and all of the patches are in and all of the romancing options are there. So I'm playing a polished game. But even then, I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but even then, I think from what I know of the launch of The Witcher 3, even though it had bugs, because every game has bugs on launch day, every game does. It's not like the 90s when, you polished a game, put it on a disc, and then shipped it, and you were done. No, it's not that world is gone. That world is gone. We will never go back. We are now in a world where every single game is going to have to be patched because digital distribution is the norm. But even that said, I think The Witcher 3, from what I've heard, didn't have any of the glaring problems that people are experiencing with Cyberpunk 2077, particularly on consoles. So I just think it genuinely is a bigger issue than with Witcher 3. Chris Zan says, I was playing Cyberpunk 2077 on the PS5 and yikes. I turned to PC version and plugged it into my TV to get the same experience. Now it's much more wow. See, I don't like getting into the whole console wars thing. I even made a video on this topic years ago where I kind of poked at the people who like to go PC versus console and all of that. Now I play on the PC. I don't like playing on consoles, and but I see the point of consoles. Consoles, from what I gather and from memories of my childhood, are more of a social gaming platform. You sit on the couch, you've got your brothers and sisters or your friends next to you, you're chatting while you're playing, maybe you're playing with them. It's more of a social gaming situation. Whereas playing on a PC, you've got one screen in front of you and you're focused on that screen. You've got your headphones on. Anyone else in the room with you would be distracting you. You are focused on the game. You're not interacting with other people there. You're only interacting with other people who may be interacting with the same game that you're interacting with at that time. So it's a different sort of gaming experience, and therefore, console gaming needs to exist. There's a legitimate place for it. But you will always get an inferior product when you hire somebody else to design and build your gaming computer for you, because they will choose the cheapest, most profitable hardware and software. They just always will. It's in their best interest to charge you the most amount of money for the cheapest pieces of hardware possible so that they make a greater profit. And that's how Sony and Microsoft make money on their consoles. It's just the nature of business, right? Whereas if you're building your own gaming computer, you can get coupons and you can get deals and you can find used parts and you can make the computer that you want that fits your budget, that does what it needs to do. You can just make a better gaming computer. Now, there are some negatives. As many of my viewers have seen, I built my computer. It plays games great when it plays games, but it crashes to desktop every now and then. I've had a few blue screens of death. I built a water cooling loop and it has leaked a few times, right there. So you have those risks of building it yourself, and you don't have those risks when you buy a console. So, I mean, there are pros and cons. I can't even imagine what it's like for a video game developer to have to sit down and create a video game to fit the PlayStation and the Xbox and the Switch and the Stadia and every possible Intel and AMD PC configuration possible. It just must be an absolute nightmare, if not an impossibility. Because like Bethesda and CD Projekt Red, these are not tiny indie companies. These are, very AAA gaming companies, and they can't always do it right. It takes modders and people fiddling with their system settings every single time just to get the game playable on their machine. It must be an enormous problem to try and solve. But when you solve it, playing a game like this on a PC, there really is no comparison. And I'm not saying that because I'm one of those guys that's, hardcore PC master race or whatever. I understand that consoles need to be around, and I don't think people are inferior for playing on consoles, but just the abject fact of the matter is that playing on a PC gives you a higher resolution, sometimes better experience, if that's what you're looking for. Wandering Paladin says, hey, yeah, I'm behind on Cyberpunk because I watched all of the Order of Mysteries. Another sad Fallout story, but I enjoyed your storytelling. Thank you, Wandering Paladin. That was a fun story to put together. Mr. Master Chief says, Ox, have you ever played Sonic the Hedgehog franchise? Because I asked that. Me and my dad were watching Sonic the Hedgehog movie, and now I'm craving to play. Yeah, I played the original Sonic the Hedgehog movie games on the Sega Genesis. Sonic 1 and 2, I think, were the only ones I ever played. I didn't play anything beyond that. No Name says, time flies like an arrow. Fruit flies like a banana. And that they do. They don't like a potato. They don't like a slab of chicken. They like a banana. The LMH says, I love everything about Cyberpunk so far. I'm about 6 hours in. I love the detective element in the braindance segment. Nice touch. Yeah, the braindance segment is one of the best executed parts of the game and one of the best realized sections. It's a unique spin on something that isn't entirely innovative, because in Detroit Become Human, we pretty much start the game doing the exact same thing, where we can replay crime scenes and we have to look at different situations to piece together what happened. But the way that they do it in Cyberpunk 2077, I think is a lot easier to use. I think it's better developed because you can move around in a 3-dimensional space with a free camera to get something at every angle. It's a fun part of the game. Really well executed. Jake Benz on Facebook says, Scotch and Smoke Rings is canceled thanks to Pepsi. No, I was just kidding. Jocelyn Ryan says, what did the coffee report to the cops? A mugging. Cheers, Ox. Thank you, Jocelyn. Robin says, Now, what did the little girl say about Texas's outfit? It's a state. I guess I don't get that. Maybe I haven't thought about it long enough. About a Texan's outfit? It's a state. Jake Ben says that is ouch with a capital O. Thank you, Jake. Shadow Snake says, hey, Ox, would you ever want to see a train running in Fallout since the NCR have them running? Also, do you think they have cars running in the NCR? I don't know. The weird thing about Tactics is we learned that cars do run in the Fallout universe at the very beginning of Fallout Tactics, which is something we don't see a lot about in any of the other Fallouts, right? Even in Fallout New Vegas, we see chariots made out of cars. That they're all human or human pulled, not horse pulled because the horses are extinct. But, I guess I wouldn't put it out of the realm of possibility. If they can take a nuclear engine out of an aircraft carrier to build a giant walking robot, I'm pretty sure they might be able to fix a car. So I wouldn't say it's impossible for a car to exist in the Fallout universe. As for trains, yeah, we saw the monorail in Fallout New Vegas that went between the McCarran Air Force Base and New Vegas. So we know that trains are possible. But yeah, it would be nice to see a train working in the Fallout universe. Zartu says, Ox, as a father of 3 kids myself, I have always wondered how you managed to get your kids to bed and wound down by 7 so consistently to make it on time. Kudos. Well, I don't. So the kids have an 8 o'clock bedtime on school nights. But on Thursdays, since I've been doing this show for so long, I have to step away and do the show. So I'll have somebody come in to get the kids ready for bed and to get put in bed by the right time, by the bedtime. Night Paladin Eleanor says, hey, Ox, something I've been curious about for a while now. Why did the American flag change to what it did in the Fallout universe? Because I'm trying to remember. They went away from states to being like territories or something. They went, I forget exactly what it was. I'm not sure. I'd have to look it up. William says Cyberpunk was removed from the PlayStation Store. Yeah, we just talked about that a bit ago, and it's really shocking, to be perfectly honest. It's just really shocking. Toxic Sean says, thank you for running this Scotch and Smoke Ring show. It's good fun. Thank you, Toxic Sean. Brian Sanchez says, I was more referring to the shallowness of the life paths. They could add more to the life paths, add new plots to the story, new romances and stuff. Yeah, they could. My biggest gripe is that it's still just essentially the same game, and it's the street punk game, right? Like, it's the street kid life path, ultimately. I was thinking that of all the 3 life paths, you like the gameplay itself, you could choose different ways of going through the quests. Instead, we're going through what is essentially just the street kid path. You arrive on the street, you become a mercenary, you get an apartment on the street, you got all these contacts, right? But a gameplay played by a corpo, like somebody who belongs to a major corporation, would be very different. And that's kind of what I thought I was going to be getting. that these different pathways would solve the same quest situations in very different manners, and that you would be able to side on the corpo path. You could have the dark, mega corporate ending, right? Or you could have the street kid ending, which is all anarchy and destruction. Or you could have the nomad ending, which is like, I don't know, what would a nomad ending be? More independence for people outside of Night City or something like that. But that's not what we get. We get a 20-minute introduction where we get a little bit of a backstory for our character. Then we all get dumped into the street kid plot, where we're this kid on the streets of Night City, and we get an apartment, and then every single quest is seen from that perspective. It's not like as the Corpo path, we can get an apartment in some mega tower, and we can work our connections in a business to solve quests. No, we're all going into, brothels and bars like a street kid would to meet with fixers and other people like it's the street kid plot. It kind of feels tacked on, is what I'm saying. The life paths kind of just feel tacked on to fill out what I think is just their primary story, which is the street kid story. That said, they could, of course, add all of those things in the future to make it a more rich experience for somebody who's really concerned with personal character choice. Jocelyn Ryan says, flipped perspective on the Pepsi thing. At the rate they're going, they'll have the stuff in stock to cure the scorched plague. Pepsi Cola, my blood's in it. Yeah. I'm sure any moment now. Toxic Sean says, can you view my wall PC builds? I just sent tweet to you. Can you view my wall PC builds? I just sent tweet to you. It's a long time coming, but here's a photo of my two wall PCs side by side. Yeah, I can take a look at them. Ooh. Oh, wow. These are gorgeous. Those are way better than mine. I think I've shown off my computer on Twitter before. Mine's really kind of messy, but look at all of that wonderful cable management that you did. And the piping you did for your water cooling system. Wow, that's really well done. I'm impressed. I love the creativity in the PC building community. They can come up with some really cool designs. Rancor says, you said you might go air-cooled for your next build. At least use water for your CPU as the performance increase and noise reduction are noticeable. I said that I might go air-cooled again for my next PC build just because my water cooling experience has been... Well, frankly, it's just been a disaster. I'm not getting cool. I'm getting really cool temperatures, right? There's never been a situation where my computer has ever been overheating. And I think that's just because I've got really good hardware that runs so well. I'm not straining the system, so to speak. So like my power pack, the fan on it never turns on just because it just never gets hot enough. It's so big. It just, the heat goes away from it. So I don't really strain my system all that much, but really the only problems I've had from the computer has been with the piping and the water that I put together myself. So to avoid that issue, I'll probably go fans for my next computer. Julian Z says, Ox, what do you think this means for the future of gaming? Will platform now threaten gaming companies with pulling their games if not on par? Are there any gaming companies with a pristine record anymore? No, not that I can think of. People will complain about anything. They really will. Sometimes it's justified and sometimes it's not. I know a number of indie developers that have really, dedicated and loyal followings, and the games they come out with are pretty highly praised and well received. But any AAA gaming company, off the top of my head, I can't. Remedy is great. I love Remedy. I can't think of any major scandals with Remedy. When Control came out last year, it was well received by critics. It was a fan favorite. People loved it. I think Remedy is pretty good. id is good. The Doom franchise is well received. Rage wasn't terribly well received. Rage 2 wasn't terribly well received. And then, of course, Wolfenstein, the latest Wolfenstein, wasn't well received at all. But I think most people like id and arcane, really. But I don't know. Yeah, it's difficult. As for the future of gaming, it's... I don't know. I think gaming developers are going to pause. Like, I don't know if it's going to change things too much, but if I was a gaming developer and I wanted to publish my game on the PlayStation, after seeing what the PlayStation just did with Cyberpunk 2077, removing it from the store entirely, I would pause before I submitted my game to Sony, right? I'd be kind of like, is there anything else I can do to make sure the game is quality enough that it's not going to get removed? And then I would have a long, hard talk with my marketing department saying, look, don't go on social media making promises of refunds that you can't fulfill. I mean, for them to have made this decision, I feel like there must have been some sort of backdoor negotiations that fell through for this to happen. It's just really shocking. John says, hi, Ox, do you have any videos planned about the full story of Fallout 4? I mean, I do want to do that story soon. My plate is really full. I just don't have the time to do what I would like to do. It's hard for me to be a lore YouTuber and a live streamer. It's just, I got to put in the hours as a live streamer, otherwise it doesn't pay off. And then if I put in the hours, it's hard for me to sit down and do a lore video. Like, no lore video for this weekend because I'm doing nothing but Cyberpunk 2077 all week. Maybe next week I'll be able to get back to my lore videos, but it's going to take some time. So, yeah, I mean, I would love to, but it's difficult being just one guy. Alien Face says, just wanted to say hello. Hope you're having an amazing Christmas and everyone stay safe. Stay safe, Alien Face. Good to see you on the program today. That Colin guy says also, today is my 33rd birthday, so here's a reverse birthday gift. Thank you. I know you have a list of games to play deeper than Puget Sound, but would you consider playing the Halo games for a live stream? Cheers. You know, I don't know. I played the Halo games, years ago, and they were okay. I know the multiplayer gaming aspect of it is really popular with so many people, and many people have their childhoods fondly reminiscing about playing Halo with their friends, but it didn't really grasp me, It didn't really capture my imagination, I guess. All right, a few more minutes, then we're going to get to the game. I'm gonna have to get more butane. I'm almost out. Jake Benz says, what's long and hard and full of semen? A submarine. Thank you, Jake. I've never heard that one before. Oh, that's a good one. Joey says, Ox, what are your thoughts on the Fallout 76 stash increase and the quality of life improvements? The weight limit increase, I mean. It's great. It's better late than ever. It's something we've been asking for a long time. And the fact that they're still, after everything that happened with Fallout 76, the fact that they didn't abandon it and they're still developing it and those developments are still free after all this time, it's great. It's great. So I'm just glad these updates are coming. I'm still a big fan of Fallout 76. A lot more to come when it comes to 76 content. Anna Pitzer says, hi, Ox, hope your week is going well. What is on the list for Scotch and smoke rings after Resident Evil? I haven't decided yet. I know that there's a lot of Resident Evil fans in the chat, So maybe I'll continue with the Resident Evil games. I've got a couple of other, like Maiden of Skur, or Maid of Skur, I believe, is what it's called. And then Plague's Tale Innocence that I'd like to tackle. So we'll see. I'm not entirely sure exactly what I'm going to do, but it's going to be fun. Rancor says, could you please say plethora? It means a lot. Plethora. 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 You're welcome. Michael says, just curious, but I wanted to get your opinion on something. I was curious how you'd react if they remastered Resident Evil 5. Sadly, I never played Resident Evil 5, so I can't give you a very good opinion on that. I can say that when it comes to remastering games, I'm conflicted because I think the character of a game changes when you remaster it. And it's the character of an older game that I really fall in love with and that I'll remember. That said, I'm playing Resident Evil 2, which I believe is a remaster of an original Resident Evil. And to be perfectly honest, I probably would not be playing the original Resident Evil from the 90s on the program, right? So remastering a game does open it up to a brand new audience. It really does. That's the benefit of it. Alexander Cripps says, hey Ox, have you ever tried to kill Swan with a 10 mil in Fallout 4? No, usually the way I approach Swan is with a Fat Man. A Fat Man launcher or a Quantum launcher. That's how I tackle Swan. Fabrizio says, Ox, if you didn't play the remastered version of Mass Effect when it comes out, I quit. Lol. I honestly think you'll love the deep lore and amazing characters. Yeah, maybe I'll tackle it when it comes out. Jay King says, hello everyone, and I hope all is well. Hey Ox, I haven't been able to watch your Cyberpunk streams. How bad are the bugs, and would you recommend buying it now or waiting a few weeks? It depends on what system you're on. If you're on the PlayStation, well, you can't get it anyway because apparently Sony has pulled it from the shop, so I hope you got it when you could have. Or maybe you just wait until it's available. But for the PC, the bugs are minimal if your system can play it. I've got, 7 or 8 episodes of streaming Cyberpunk 2077 for hours at a time, and there have been bugs. Some of them have forced me to reload a previous save because they have been progress breaking, like when we couldn't advance the quest inside the Ripper Dock in episode 2, I believe it was, and I had to reload a previous save just to get through. So there have been a few issues, right? But nothing that has ruined the experience for me. I'm still having an enormous amount of fun with Cyberpunk. So for those with a decent machine who are able to kind of overlook, or not necessarily overlook, but for whom big glaring bugs don't ruin the game, I think it's a good game for you to buy. Brian says, maybe minority, but I'd prefer if you didn't do one Resident Evil game after another. It's going to get stale. I'd prefer a Little Nightmare. That's right. You recommended a Little Nightmare. Let's take a look at it. A puzzle platformer, Brian? I'll take a look at the trailers for it, but for Scotch and Smoke Rings, I typically don't play games that are described as dark and whimsical. Dark, yes. Whimsical, not usually. But then again, maybe it's high time I spice things up a bit. Little Nightmares. I'll watch the trailer. Let's see. No Name says 100 plus playthroughs in. I now approach Swan with God mode and a wrench. That would be a fun experience. Whatever Tube says, maybe people will boycott the PlayStation. The market goes both ways. It does, but you know, I mean, there was a reason. I don't know. It's Cyberpunk was not a very good game on the PlayStation. The vast majority of the complaints about Cyberpunk's performance and the way it looked were from people who bought it on the PlayStation. And I mean, if you take a look at the different reviews, you can compare the PC to Xbox to PlayStation reviews. For the PC reviews, it's pretty good. For the Xbox reviews, I don't know, it's mediocre. For the PlayStation reviews, it's just all the way down at the bottom. Just absolutely in the red. So, yeah, it's kind of platform specific there. Maybe they removed it for good reason. I don't know. Victoria says, did you hear about the house next door to each other that fell in love? Did you hear about the houses next door to each other who fell in love? It was a long distance relationship. And ouch, ladies and gents, ouch. With that, I think we better move to the game. LaDonna on Facebook says, for my favorite YouTuber, also, have you seen the ending of Fallout 4 with the 3 factions friendly to you? Basically, it's the same as the Minuteman ending with a little more flavor text. The Brotherhood showed me a YouTube. Oh, my brother showed me a video on YouTube on how to get it. I am familiar with it. I think I've seen that same video. And really all that changes is you go to the Pridwin and you try to talk with Arthur Maxon. And with the Institute destroyed by the Minutemen, you walk in and he goes, quiet, I have much to ponder. And he just stands there looking out the window, and that's it. But yeah, I have definitely heard that there are a couple of different endings. That is the secret ending. J. King says, like you, I only play on PC. I have a 1070 GPU and an i5 CPU. I don't know how that would be. I mean, i5 is usually good enough for most games. The GPU, I don't know. I've got a 2080 Ti, RTX enabled, and on HD, I do really well, but on 4K, my frames drop. When I tried playing on 4K with all of the settings enabled, even on my 2080 Ti RTX, I was getting like 15, 16 frames per second in downtown Night City. So a 1070 GPU you might have some problems on HD. Brian says horror puzzle platform, pretty short, 2 to 3 streams. Okay. There's something to bear in mind. Danger Jim says, Ox, perhaps a bit light on horror for Scotch and Smoke Rings, but Beyond Two Souls was entertaining for me. And by Quantic, who did Detroit Become Human. All right, Beyond Two Souls. Hemi Hilton says, hey, Ox, have you played the Saboteur? It's on Gaming Galaxy. Oh, actually, yeah. That's an old game, isn't it? But I think I did play it years ago. Okay, I think I accidentally closed Steam. And Resident Evil 2, there we go. All right, let me turn off the lights.
Resident Evil.
Love that. Okay, hydrating up with my water, scotching up with my scotch. And here we go. That's right. I'm going to have the plant creatures. I'm going to bring... Well, no. I'm going to bring the rest of my flame rounds. And we'll take it from there. ID wristbands. This research facility uses the latest security technology in order to ensure employee safety and efficient business practices. In order to enter and exit the facility and to operate certain equipment, employees must use an ID wristband. There are 3 levels of access, and we remember this from when we played last time. No need to read it again. Brandon Dunn with a tip. Thank you very much, Brandon. Nap room log. I don't remember this. Toby entered at 3:40, left at 7:30. Sarah entered at 4, left at 7. This is all in the morning. So Toby and Sarah were sleeping at the exact same time in the nap room. Walt entered at noon, left at 1:30. Anthony entered at noon, left shortly after at 12:48. Cyril entered at 7, left at 8. Desmond entered at 6, left at 8. Entered at 6, left at 7, just about 8. Wayne Lee entered and has not yet left. All right, so someone is still in the nap room. Here we go.
Our menu is designed for your nutritional needs using our latest biological research. Please enjoy our tasty selection of healthy foods.
Oh yeah, so what did I leave in the cafeteria? I raced through there quickly, but it's still red. I must have left something in there. Oh, I almost got nibbled there. Did you see how close that was? Oh. Yes, another knife. Wow, this is the first time in the game where I've got more knives than I know what to do with. I think I have another one back at my Okay, we're okay. Access denied. So we got to get the right badge to open up that door. He's dead, right? There's the nap room. Someone is still inside. Oh, someone got chewed on taking a nap. Look at the bullet holes, though. Someone got sprayed. Oh, that's right. We're going to have to come back here. I forgot about that. In the meantime, we can open the lockers. Hey. There it is. High voltage condenser for the spark shot. Ooh, sweet. It's a weapon mod for the spark shot. Yeah. There it is. Electronic chip.
This should come in handy.
Now, there's nothing highlighted in the cafeteria. So I might not have missed anything. I think the circuit breaker is all that I have left to do, right? No Name says, I hate it when that happens, getting chewed on while taking a nap. Well, does that happen often, my friend? I'm sorry. That must be painful. Now, wait a minute. We've got... Oh, that's right. There we go. Run away! Oh, keep running. Okay.
Dr. Lee, your presence is urgently requested by Chief Cartwright in the East area.
There it is, the signal modulator. Special Forces recording. Alpha to Ghost. Target moving to the west area. Must be going to retrieve the G virus and antiviral agent. This is Ghost. Understood. Rendezvous at point W3. Roger. This is Alpha. Arrived at destination. Understood. Stand by for target. This is Alpha. I've got eyes on the target. He's going to open the safe. Roger. Awaiting the signal. Got eyes on the G virus. We're going in. Dr. Birkin, you'll come along with us quietly.
So, antiviral agents in the west area.
Let's drop off some stuff at the chest, and then let's use the UAC modulator to access that one terminal while we still can. All right, well, we don't need all of these knives, so let's put that one back. Let's grab this spark shot so that we can add the weapon mod. Oh, cool. Look at that. So how does that... I forgot how to equip weapons again. Oh, I just go like... There we go. Whoa, power level. So it means I can charge it up. Well, I don't want to waste my ammo on it. How do we set it to OSS? Oh. Here we go. Done.
You bastard.
How many knife slashes does it take for this guy to die? Jeez. Wayne Lee's note. Dear God, blood everywhere. What the hell is happening? They're dead. All dead. And it was those men in black. U.S. Special Forces, I guess, Headquarters Special Forces. But why? Isn't their job to protect us? White brains in a sea of red. This can't be happening. Dear God, why? Didn't everybody say I was a genius? A genius like me can't die in a place like this. I always got results. They're screwing me. Well, maybe I'll screw them. I'll win the Nobel. I'm a hero, a genius, a god. I will not die. I will. You're dead, God. Hey. Bingo.
Do this. Son of a bitch.
I hate these things! I want my knife back, you jerk. Are they dead? Well, I hope it was worth it for that ammo. Because my knife is gone. That's why I had to use the grenade. Whew. What's over there? Oh, I missed something over there. Hey. Needler cartridge. All right. That was worth it. But what am I missing now? That's it. Okay. Let's get another knife. I'm gonna need that. We can store the needler cartridges. $33 rounds left. 17 of those. 34 of those. All right, let's save. Now, if it's the same as with Leon, we're going to have to go that way. No, we're gonna have to go that way. Hey, green herb. All right. Now, oh, another safe spot. Great. Any more loot back here? Yeah. Gunpowder. Wormy says, sharing the love. I picked up extra hours this week, unfortunately due to coworkers getting sick. So it's down to 3 of us to man the counter for 2 weeks. Love your content and have tried supporting you. Beard and jacket, love forever. Thank you, Wormy. 3 of you for 2 weeks? Wow, that's a lot. Good luck, guys. Man, everyone's getting sick right now, but you know, the vaccine couldn't come any sooner. I hope it gets in people's hands as soon as possible. Peter John Mark Rayfield with a tip. Thank you very much, Peter John. I do appreciate it. Let's store that. Don't need it clogging up my inventory just yet. And we'll save. Two doors. Locked. J. King says, sorry to have to drop out. I have to finish my security shift. Happy to be here at least for a little bit. Later, everybody. Love you all. Good luck with your security shift. Thanks for stopping by during work. All right, and this tells us where what we need to get. It's in his hand. There it is. So that's our goal.
Oh, God. That's terrible.
And then we read a bunch of lore
Senior
here.
staff clearance required for computer access.
Oh. I don't have a flamethrower. Not on this character. So, do I use electricity? Wouldn't do it. It would have to be...
Seriously.
There he goes. Fire for the kill. But he's not dead yet.
Oh, no.
That did it. All right, looks like I'm going to have to revolver them down and then use the grenade launcher to finish the bodies. Oh, what? Are there any more hanging from the ceiling? Oh.
Bastard.
Oh, where'd it go? Sneaky.
Son of a bitch. Jesus.
That's how you do it. Oh, yuck. I'm really enjoying Claire's kit. They did a good job making the gameplay much different from Leon. Okay. We're gonna have to find that again. I forgot what it was. I remember that though.
Dispensing solution now.
Got it. I'm trying to remember. But I don't remember. I'll have to find it. Peter John says, just for you, Ox, may as well meet my quota for the amount of times I watch you. Peter, you're so kind. Thank you very much. Okay, they're gonna drop down on me, aren't they? There he is. There's the guy with the badge that I need. I'm gonna have to go downstairs into the basement.
I can do this.
Flail in the fire. That did it.
Seriously? Oh no.
And there we go. Any more sneaky guys hanging in the trees? Oh, there it is.
Asshole.
George says, love you, Ox. Glad I finally caught you live. Things have been hectic with the passing of my mom recently, but things are slowly getting back to normal. I'm so sorry for your loss, George. I know how hard it can be to lose a loved one, and, it takes time. It does, but things do eventually get back to normal as things can get. All right, so we've got a foot on a platform, right, and then parentheses. See if I can remember that. There it is. Welcome, new member, Senta Maker. Map. Got it. Awesome. Pills here. Trying to remember how this worked out. I remember this being awful. One of the tongue creatures is nearby. If I remember this correctly, it's not powered. Oh, there's going to be one of the tongue creatures. Are they all going to come to life when I do this? Earth. Oh, that's it. It's clear. I don't have to come over here again. But I got to get the key to the server room. I got to power it back up. Oh, wait. I just powered it up. Mr. Master Chief says, God, I hate those liquors. They always pop out of nowhere. Yeah. Walk, walk, walk. No run. I'm all about the walk, no running. Here we go. Another knife. I am swimming in knives with Claire, and I had a hard time keeping them stocked on Leon. Oh, yeah. Fantastic. Now, I'm really low on regular ammo. Can I craft 45 caliber ammo? Make double the amount of ammo. Combine 2 of these to create handgun ammo. .9mm parabellum handgun bullets. Ammo for grenade launcher. 9mm parabellum handgun bullets. It's the same thing. Well, at least I've got plenty of ammunition. Okay, Douglas Delegard says, "Hey Oxhorn, love to you all, especially during this time. Please, everyone, be safe." You took the words right out of my mouth, Douglas. I feel the exact same way. Love to all of you. Be safe, everyone. And then Michael says, just give the liquors some good liquor and you'll be fine. If only we could booze them up. If only that was in Claire's toolkit. Just throw a bottle of scotch at them and they get drunk. Oh man, I want to make that game. That Sith Lord with a tip. Thank you very much, that Sith Lord. Okay. Of course. Oh, I don't like those guys. Trophy. There it is.
Welcome back, Dr. Lee. You have 5 new messages.
Okay, I think that did it. Wayne Lee's inbox. Sender Rick Mendoza. What's he up to? Can you believe that jerk Cartwright? Cool your jets, asshole. Well, I guess he is the boss for now. Anyway, have you seen my helix anywhere? I put the secret on the bottom. Let me know if you find it. We found it. Sender Byron Cartwright. Subject, busy guy, huh? So you couldn't make our little meeting. Fine. Don't worry about the greenhouse inspection. Instead, I'll give you something real simple to do. Put together the budget estimate for the year after next and get it done tonight. From Sender Rick Mendoza. Subject, are you alive? We're under attack. People are dead. The east area is cut off. We can't operate the bridge with the wristbands we have here. Where is that bastard Cartwright hiding? From Sender Rick Mendoza. Subject, please reply. Plant 23 is going wild. The greenhouse is hell. We need to send somebody in there before it's too late. Wayne, how do we stop this thing? You have to help us. Please reply. Sender Rick Mendoza. Subject, none. Do you remember Susie, the cheerleader? What a great gal. We were both into her. Of course, she wasn't into nerds. I still have to give you back those comics and games I borrowed. You might have to wait a while. Okay. That Sith Lord with a tip, thank you very much. Michael Yang says, just give the liquors some good liquor and you'll be fine. I read that a moment ago. And Douglas Delegard says, to be honest, not much of a fan of the Resident Evil games, but love watching with you and supporting. Thank you, Douglas.
Whew. Damn. Should have packed my parka.
Well, who could have predicted snow in July? Oh, we need to go to the chem lab. Okay, we'll have to come back here after we go to the chem lab. No Name says, a meteorologist in Antarctica could have predicted it. Very true, No Name. Always a possibility. Chris Zan says, you didn't have to waste ammo and knives health to kill a zombie woman near Wayne's computer. She never gets up on her own. Oh, really? Okay. Whoops. Oh, God! Well, shoot. That was messy. Okay, so what's this one? Oh, we did that one already, didn't we? Yeah, we did. Somebody's note. Everybody's turned vegified. They keep coming back again and again. Burn them all. Burn them until their whole body is black as ash. There's no other way. And that's the tip we needed. Welcome, new member, Peter John Mark. Thank you very much. Hey, we're back. Let's heal on up. Okay. Okay, it's like Tetris, block, big colon, small colon. Oh. Oh, right. Okay, hold on a minute here. So opposites, is that a fat block or a thin block? I can't. Is it a fat pillar or a thin pillar? And that was the biggest on the bottom. It's got to be the fat pillar then. Oh. Bingo. Herbicide synthesis. Plant 43 herbicide synthesis. Place an empty cartridge into the solution dispenser. Add the required amount of UMB number 21. Cool immediately. Plant 43 exhibits astounding growth. If something unfortunate were to occur, it may be hard to control. In the event of an unforeseen incident, manufacture the herbicide using the instructions above in order to minimize damages.
Manual mode engaged. Adjust amount of solution to match cartridge capacity.
Match cartridge capacity. Let's see if we can remember this. Bingo. Let's see if that does it. It does. Now we have to go through this gauntlet again. Oh, whoops. Okay, so I'm gonna have to go back the other way. That brings me to a back door that goes straight there. Okay, let's try going this way. Okay, walk. Don't run.
Cooling sequence in progress.
Bingo.
Cooling complete.
That's what we needed. Right, all the way back up. Don't run. Where did that one zombie go? It was right outside that door. Okay, now I think we can safely run. There were a few zombies on the stairs that are gone now, too. Okay. At least these guys are all burnt to a crisp. Don't have to worry about them. There we go.
Dispensing solution now.
I like how the plants just melt.
So much for the weed infestation.
Warning. You have dispersed a dangerous solution without authorization. Your actions have been logged, and you may be subject to disciplinary measures.
Yeah, try to discipline me. Wait a minute. How's that? Didn't we use fire on that guy? I could have sworn we killed all the zombie plant creatures here. It's still wiggling. How is it still wiggling? Ah! That's right.
Senior staff clearance required for computer access.
Didn't we just get that? Oh, right. Brian Cartwright's inbox. Sender William Birkin, subject high priority, increased security. When did Nest become a nest for spies? 3 last month and another 4 this month, and those are just the ones we caught. Step up security, Cartwright, or do you want to end up like your predecessor? Also, I'll be restricting access to the West area from today. Ignore all requests from headquarters for information on G. Those suits contribute nothing to this project anyway. Sender no reply, auto-generated mail. Subject warning, unauthorized access detected. Herbicide dispersal by unauthorized employee detected in the East area. 0451 Wayne Lee. That's me. Let's save. Let's get my combat knife, since I've got extras. Merlin says, hello, Ox. Nice stream. Are you doing well? I am doing well, my friends. Did Cyberpunk earlier today, doing Resident Evil now. Feeling good.
Antiviral agent soon.
Well, I'm almost there. Well, at least those stack. Can I turn on the TV? Can I put in the VHS tape? Oh, that's right. Power. AWS. Bingo! What a cool device. Now we can watch the tape. Don't need this anymore.
Got eyes on the G-Virus. We're going in. Dr. Birkin, you'll come along with us quietly.
You think I didn't know you were coming? This is my life's work. I'm not handing over anything.
We have our orders, Dr. Birkin. I'll ask you one more time. Hold your fire! What the fuck were you thinking?
He pulled a gun.
Our orders were to bring him in alive.
He pulled a gun. What do you do?
target resisted if we had to take him out. That's correct, sir. Roger that. Just the samples, then. Let's move.
William Birkin's inbox. Sender Jane Doyle, subject, suspending research on G. The Umbrella Corporation has decided to cease all research on G, which was ongoing at the Nest Underground Laboratory. All funding for this project has been cut, and Laboratory Director William Birkin has been removed from his post. Sender BE, subject none. Thank you for your mail, Dr. Birkin. Top Brass has expressed an interest in this evolving bioweapon you mentioned. Do not worry about costs. Our company is the most well-funded in the whole of the United States. Sender Richard Kessler, subject, congratulations. I heard the good news. G is almost ready. Strange you never thought to report to the research lab here at Umbrella HQ, but I suppose I can let that slide. Anyway, send over the data, would you? And don't worry, you've done good work on G, but we can take care of the rest. Sender Jane Doyle, subject, notice of admonishment. You are under suspicion of breaching your contract with the Umbrella Corporation. It has become clear that you have claimed ownership of the G project and have been in unauthorized contact with the U.S. military. Please respond to the investigation committee's summons within 24 hours. Oh, I remember this. No. Do I save? I save. But wait, is there a save point over here? I think there is. No. No save point. There's a stash, but no save point. Do I use the spark shot? Try it. Oh, that's right. The save point was on this side. Research diary. Embryo growth observations, subject 449. After the G embryo was implanted in the subject, we made a 50 centimeter incision from the chest to the abdomen and began our observations. With the help of the medical team, the subject's consciousness level was kept between 15, lucid, GCS 10. However, GCS 10. However, the subject's consciousness level deteriorated and further observation was deemed unnecessary. The subject was then disposed of. Breeding rate observations, subject 501. The G virus was administered to subject 501. 501 mutated into G form and was introduced to a group of 30 test subjects. After 2 hours and 36 minutes, it was observed that all but one of the test subjects had been implanted with an embryo. All subjects were disposed of. One subject broke down during experimentation and took their own life. T-virus resistance experimentation, subject 628 and 639. We administered the G-virus to subject 628, who had shown slight resistance to the T-virus. The virus was then introduced to subject 639. with whom 628 had a close relationship. 628 showed some signs of resistance, but had been implanted with an embryo after 24 minutes. T-virus resistance does nothing to stop the mental deterioration caused by the G-virus. Oh, God. What an insidious experiment. Straight up vault tech.
Damn it. Look at that. All right. Hell yeah. Got it. Oh, thank God. The antiviral agent. Gotta get back to Sherry.
Ew. Oh. Gross. Okay, so how am I going to do this? Do I have to do the eyeballs first? Or do I just zap it with this?
Your ass again! William! This ends now. What the hell is this thing?
That was my husband.
I don't remember this.
She is my creation!
William!
I should have killed him while I had the chance. I don't know why, I couldn't do it.
He was your husband.
Honestly, we were more married to our work than each other.
What about Sherry? How could you just leave her all alone while Raccoon City burned to hell?
I couldn't let my daughter grow up in a world with the G-virus in it.
But that's no excuse for... Annette! I got this.
I'm sorry, William.
No. I got this.
This is a much different version.
You should take care of Sherry. You don't know what you're up against. I have a pretty damn good idea.
Whatever you do, don't stop until it's finished.
Trust me. This ends now.
Mark says, I'm late. How much have I missed? I really love the idea of playing Resident Evil 3 after this, as it's basically happening at the same time as the events of this game. Let's get it, Mark in Gig Harbor. Well, that sounds good. I may do that. As for how much you've missed, well, we're at the end boss, so you missed a bit. You missed a bit.
Until target is neutralized.
Okay, that didn't work too well. Oh, and I'm done. All right. Well, the electric gun isn't as useful as I thought it was going to be. Let's try this one.
Class A breach detected. Black quarantine until target is neutralized.
Jeez. It's going to be trial and error with this, isn't it?
Class A breach detected. Black quarantine until target is neutralized.
Yeah. Yikes! Ah! Jeez! Oh, that did it. I'll just take that back.
Target has been neutralized. Ending quarantine.
Yay! Let's loot.
Service lift is now operational.
Heal Ox, says Alt Grendel. Alright. That's it.
Gotta get back to Sherry.
Well, that was nasty. But we got through. With very little ammo left. Four.
Hey,
I knew you'd make it. My mom needs help.
Annette?
Your mom's probably... Oh! She's still alive.
Sherry. How are you?
Okay. But you don't look so good. Mommy?
Hey, look at the screen. Oh, thank God. So Sherry's gonna be all right?
She'll be weak for a little while, but yes. She's free of the G virus.
No more pink eye.
What happened to her?
She was attacked by the monsters.
Don't worry about me. Take my daughter to safety.
Just need some herbs, says C.O. Jones. I mean, we've got extras.
Sorry, Sherry. For everything. Your life is what is important.
We can't just leave her here.
You're right, we can't.
Attention, unauthorized removal of a level 4 virus detected. Facility lockdown initiated.
What does that mean?
Self-destruct sequence.
It's a self-destruct code. In case the G virus leaves the building. Save my daughter.
No!
Sherry!
My heartstrings.
Sherry, we gotta say goodbye to your mom.
Something's tugging on my heartstrings.
Please say goodbye.
Say goodbye
Please,
quickly.
Sherry.
She's dead.
Listen.
Let's go.
She loved you, okay? You really gotta get going. Come on.
You're kind of milking it, Sherry. Stop the waterworks.
You were right about this jacket. I'm so lucky to have you.
can talk more about that later. We gotta hurry now. Come on.
Hey. That was Leon, says Vincent. Oh, yeah, you're right.
Sherry, can you walk faster?
Yeah.
I don't want to rush you, but we have to go.
I know you just lost your mom, but kind of pull it together. I know you're what, like 8? Doesn't matter. Tough upper lip. No, it's stiff upper lip, isn't it? Tough lower chin or something?
Let's get the hell out of here.
To the bottom level train platform. Attention, self-destruct sequence initiated. Use the central elevator to evacuate immediately to the bottom level train platform. Attention, self-destruct sequence initiated. Use the central elevator to evacuate
Claire?
to the bottom level train
Yeah?
platform.
Thank you for being so nice to me. For helping me.
Attention,
I'm really glad I met you.
initiated.
I'm really glad I met you too, Sherry.
Elevator to evacuate
But save your thanks until I get you out of this place.
train platform. Attention, self-destruct sequence initiated. Use the central elevator to evacuate immediately to the bottom level train platform.
Run away. Run faster.
Self-destruct sequence initiated.
Come on, Sherry.
Use the central elevator to evacuate
Whoa,
to the
explosions.
bottom level train platform.
Wait, typewriter.
Attention, self-destruct sequence initiated. Use the central elevator to evacuate
Come on, kid.
to the bottom level train platform. 10 minutes until detonation. Initiated. Use the central elevator to evacuate immediately to the bottom level train platform.
Sherry, run!
Attention.
Down the ladder, Sherry.
Self-destruct sequence initiated. Use the central
Where is she?
to evacuate immediately to the bottom level train platform.
There she is. Taking her good sweet time.
Attention. Self-destruct sequence initiated. Use the central
Of course. The stupid thing's locked.
Hold on.
to evacuate.
Sure,
9
what are you...
I think I can
minutes
open it from the other
until
side.
Detonation.
Oh.
Attention. Self-destruct sequence initiated.
God damn it, your timing sucks.
Self-destruct sequence initiated.
He's done. Anyone else? Yep.
Self-destruct sequence initiated. Use the central elevator to evacuate.
Yay!
Self-destruct sequence.
Hurry, Claire!
Use the central elevator to
Hey, I'm supposed to be telling you to hurry.
We make a good team.
Oh.
attention. 8 minutes until detonation.
Run through the fire, Sherry.
Attention. Self-destruct sequence initiated.
Come on, kid.
Sherry, you hanging in there?
I'm right behind you.
Atta girl. Think we're almost out of here.
No Name says, so at what point does every man for themselves take precedent? Well, I don't think the maxim works here. After all, this is a child, not a man. When confronted with children, you save the you save the kids. Of course, I'm speaking as a father, so.
Claire! Maybe we can use that.
Worth a try!
To evacuate immediately to the bottom level train platform. Attention. Self-destruct sequence initiated. Use the central elevator to evacuate immediately to the bottom level
it locked?
train platform. Attention. Self-destruct sequence initiated. Use the central elevator.
Choo-choo! Oh, a joint plug. We gotta repair it. Of course we
What are
do.
you doing?
I gotta get this train moving. I need you to stay right here, okay?
Okay. I promise I won't move.
Good.
Be careful.
Always.
Seven minutes until detonation. Use the central elevator to evacuate immediately to the bottom level train platform. Attention. Self-destruct sequence initiated. Use the central elevator to evacuate.
What? Yes! Okay, sure. Minigun, fine.
Okay. Alright. Did something. Okay. Alright, it's working.
Claire!
What? Leon? You're down here too?
Yeah, but the whole place is coming down. Look, you need to get out. Fast.
I know. I found a way out. I think we can all make it. Where are you now?
Claire, are you still there?
Leon? I'm sorry, you're breaking up.
Don't worry about me. Just get out of here.
Leon! Leon! Damn!
Well, she wouldn't have been worrying about him had he not interrupted what she was doing to have a conversation. Cool, I got a minigun. The White Wolf says, fun fact, there were 6 Mr. X tyrants deployed throughout the city to wipe out witnesses, which is how Leon can still fight one after Birkin killed one.
Why can't
Oh god. Well, we did something there. Ew! He's throwing sits! Oh! Well, that was disgusting. How is he back? How many times do we gotta kill this same guy?
okay. I'm here. We're getting out of here.
Is Leon in the other train? He must be in the other train.
So what's the first thing you want to do when we get out of here?
Find a new mom.
I want to see where you live.
Good. 'Cause I take a shower.
Yeah.
Really? That bad? Oh yeah.
Claire!
Leon! It's so good to see you.
I told you we'd make it, didn't I?
You did.
Who's this?
This is Sherry.
Okay.
He's like, okay.
What was that?
I don't know.
Leon.
You stay here with Sherry. I'm gonna go check it out.
Who's this? This is Sherry. Okay. Josh Bunton says, I believe the PC term these days for every man for themselves is every being for themselves. Oh, sorry. Oh man, I'm out of minigun ammo. Do I have any? Oh man, no. Do I have any ammo at all? Yeah, this is my only gun. Save. Ooh, yeah. Why not? Oh, yeah. Gonna need that. Really?
We gotta stop meeting like this.
Do I just shoot?
Hope you like bullets, because I got a hell of a lot more. For fuck's sake, how the hell are you still kicking? Like Chris likes to say, show no mercy.
I got swallowed by the eye! Wait until you see the eye, says Wandering Paladin. Yeah, I didn't know an eye was coming. I just got eaten by an eyeball. Switch to assisted. No, game. I don't need assisted aim mode. Thank you. I can shoot giant eyeballs. Thanks. Nine mil. 9 mil. Nine mil. Just taking everything out. All right, what am I gonna do first? First, I'm gonna use my submachine gun on the stinking eye. Then I'm gonna try some acid rounds. Yeah. And then I'm gonna try these bullets, and then those bullets.
Gotta stop moving like this.
Hope you like bullets, because I got a hell of a lot more. For fuck's sake, how the hell are you still kicking?
Give me the eye.
Like Chris likes to say,
There it is.
Claire! Ooh! We gotta lose that car!
Save the day, Leon. Ooh. Oh, like popping a big zit.
you like that?
Oh,
Fine, fucker!
disgusting.
Give me your hand!
Oh, that's trippy. The eye monster sheds a single tear before it dies into oblivion. James says, I'm beginning to think this virus might have been a bad idea. There we go.
So, are you guys like boyfriend and girlfriend?
No.
Out of the
We just-
mouths of babes.
Well, we actually just met last night.
Yeah. That would have been one hell of a first date, though.
Yeah, you have no idea.
Look, he might be
Awkward.
able to give us a ride.
What if it's not just the city?
Get Sherry out of here.
Come on.
Just flipped him off.
Hey, that was Live Another Day by the great.
He was friendly.
So, is it over?
I don't know. But if it's not, we'll stop it. Whatever it takes.
Yeah, you damn right we will.
As long as we stick together, we'll be fine. Come on.
High five, team.
Hey,
Aw.
you guys can adopt me. We can get a puppy
Puppy.
and a parrot.
Parrot. Great.
I always wanted pets, but my mom said they're too messy.
That's hilarious.
Next up on this boring Wednesday is a song to get your blood pumping.
Edward J says that's an awkward date considering he spent part of the night with another woman in high heels, no less. You're right. Daniel says, is this the end? Yeah, we played through the game once as Leon, and we just finished going through again as Claire. That's it, ladies and gents. Fallout 2, I'm sorry, did I say Fallout 2? I meant Resident Evil 2 is done. I mean, she just lost her mom that night. She's not that bent out of shape out of it. Like, she kind of cried a bit, and then Claire said, you know, get it together, Sherry. We gotta go fight a monster. And then she meets Leon, and she's like, hey, adopt me. My mom's kind of dead. By the way, I want a parrot and a puppy. And they're like, well, this is an awkward first date. So I'm really curious about their story. I know Resident Evil 3, according to the chat, is supposed to be taking place at the same time as this game, so I guess it doesn't include the same characters. But what about 4, 5, and all of them? Ace Combat, yes, says Resident Evil 3 when? Oh gosh, I don't even know. Maybe we'll do it next. Maybe we'll save it for after the next game. No Name says, all right, Minesweeper time. Well, you already know my thoughts on that. I'm not good at Minesweeper. That's the problem. I mean, maybe if I was good at the game, it would prove for a scintillating stream. But, you know, I'm not good. I would just embarrass myself. That calling guy says, time to play as Hump and Tofu. I don't get that reference. Sorry. You should give the DLCs a try. Should I? Game mode standard C? Why did they give me a C? I got a C on Leon 2. How did I get a C? I got like all of the loot. I got a C? What is this even graded by? The time it took me? The number of saves it took me? They gave me a C?
Resident Evil.
That just makes me mad. Extra modes. What's extra modes? The fourth survivor. Fastest time. Timed stuff. The ghost survivors. So these are timed missions. By Resident Evil 4, Leon becomes a Secret Service agent, says the White Wolf. Oh. Here's a tale of a future that never was, of a night that never dawned. Looking at the small, lifeless body beside him, Robert Kendo turned the gun towards himself. Then, when the sound of his radio stopped him from pulling the trigger, the voice of an old friend crackled through. Robert, partner, please respond. I've secured a chopper to get us out of here. Rendezvous ASAP. I'll hold position here until you arrive. That guy always had been stubborn. After he'd made up his mind, he wouldn't hear anything different. Forgive me, Emma. Daddy's gotta go. Robert stood up. There was no time to mourn. I don't know how long I'm gonna play this tonight. I kind of just want to see what it's like. And then maybe I'm gonna go to bed. I got a live stream tomorrow, by the way. Caleb says grades go by deaths, saves, and time taken to beat. So what's this? Escape? Get to the meetup point in the sewers? Police audio recording. This is Officer Mills, HQ, please respond. This is HQ, what's the situation? A new monster. They've got these glowing eyes, look like real creepy jerks. My partner took one of them out at point blank range. The thing died, but when it did, it released some sort of purple smoke crap. Officer, remain calm. The smoke hit my partner head on. Now he can't stop coughing. Seems like he's having trouble breathing. What the heck's going on? Weren't we going to take care of these things with PZ gas? Calm down. We are currently confirming with Umbrella Research and Development. Shut up! That gas! Something's not right. Instead of killing them, it made them mutate. Okay, what do I do? Do I kill them all or escape? Hunk and Tofu are additional characters in Resident Evil 2. Oh. Caleb's grades go by death saves and times taken to beat. Nice, I like that. Alright, so is this a dead end? Just run, says the chat. Oh. I can't get in one of these cars? Kill the ones with backpacks. They have items. Just run, says the chat, but run to where? Go to the hatch. Oh. The sewer entrance, says Jack. Oh, I see. So I just run through this? Is that the whole point? Whoa! Oh no! I'm done! So it's just run as far as you can? Retry from the very beginning. The goal is not to die. I see. I'll try one more time. Now, how do I deal with this guy? Alright, well, that's not working very well. I think I'm done. Ladies and gents, thanks for joining me for this live stream of Resident Evil 2. We got through Claire's story. I don't really know if I'm really interested in the Resident Evil DLCs because they're not really story-driven. They're all kind of just challenge-driven. You know, do this in a time frame. You know, feed the guy a bunch of food or whatever. And I don't know, those just don't really capture my interest. So, yeah, I don't think I probably won't be doing those. We'll probably be moving on to a new game for Scotch and Smoke Rings next week. But for tomorrow morning, we'll be picking back up with Cyberpunk 2077, which I'm really looking forward to. And I hope you guys are as well. I hope you're enjoying the live streams of Cyberpunk as much as I am doing them. So I hope you'll tune in tomorrow morning, 10 o'clock a.m. Pacific time for more Cyberpunk 2077. Again, thanks for coming to Scotch and Smoke Rings. Enjoy your evening, your scotch, your sleep, whatever's in the bag for you. And I'll see you bright and early tomorrow morning for Cyberpunk 2077. Bye-bye now.